And as we're loading into our grand finals, apart from predictions, I guess I will say that, based on what we've been able to glean from that series, it seems like Su, his EVT is on point, his EVZ is on point. Still could work on the EVP quite a bit.
Yes, and with that, now we are here in the grand finals, los grand finales. Place your bets, people. Predictions are open. Who is going to be the champion of this tournament of ESL Open Cup Asia? As a reminder, this is a best of 5.
Full best of 5, no point advantages whatsoever. We're going to be playing out at least 3 games. Hopefully we play out all 5 as we load into Berlingrad to kick this off. What is it about Cure wanting to play on Berlingrad? Anyway, in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, we of course have a blue Protoss player coming out from the land of Korea. He of course is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG. We have a smiling assassin. He is herO.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad ALE, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG. It is Cure.
So, will we see a 3 racks coming out from Cure this game is what I want to know.
Oh, you know we will.
I feel like we actually won't, on the map that it actually makes sense to go for a 3 racks. It's a map that he doesn't go for it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on what Cure has in store for us. Meanwhile, a little bit of an interesting thing here is that he skipped his Reaper, he skipped his Marine, he went for a Reactor first here, back at home.
Oh no.
Mate, look, he just wants Marines, okay? That's all he wants in life.
Yeah. Apparently.
Oh.
A to make a meta move him, that's the only button you really need, realistically.
Is it?
It's the only button I need.
Yeah, we'll see, because if you remember, if the people in the chat remember, our semifinals, we were able to cast Cure versus Classic, a different Protoss player, and honestly, that series was pretty close. Too close for comfort. You could argue Classic was a little bit overly aggressive, and if he had just calmed down a little bit, there were plenty of moments where he was looking really good against Cure and shutting down his aggression. So I worry for Cure as he is once again going for a 3-vax.
Alright then. Well, at least he does it on Berlingrad,
True.
Short enough rush distance to get across the map. It definitely hits. I feel like a 3-Rex definitely hits hardest on short maps.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, Berlingrad is the map to do it on, especially because with some SCVs you can even mine out these minerals and make the rush distance even shorter, so Cure could even set himself up for that push. Meanwhile, herO has tested the water and he's confirmed the amount of Marines. Still doesn't fully confirm that it's a 3-Rax. It could be a 2-on-1 for all he knows, or it could just be a 2-Rax opener. So he is still a little bit in the dark.
Yeah, he's got a bit of an inkling of what's to come, but yeah, it hasn't quite been able to confirm just yet. He is playing it a little bit defensively back at home. I'm liking this from herO, not going for a Stargate or anything, just opens up with Blink.
Yeah. Very solid. I mean, Stargate openers are common, but they're usually common on larger maps where you can get away with not having too much of a ground presence. So again, Berlingrad it's a really risky, greedy map to do it on. Oh my god, that was so close.
Oh! Yes, I dare you. Do you feel lucky?
Do ya? I mean, right now, herO, he's kind of playing this out the same way that Classic did. He's just trying to shave off as many Marines as possible. With the sheer amount of Marines, he knows 100% that it is a 3-Rax. Like, he knows for sure what is coming his way. Now, he just has to prepare at home.
Yeah, it is a little bit more difficult to shave off the Marines using Adepts rather than Stalkers. But it is what he has, so you might as well keep going with it.
Yeah, it's a
I will
different...
say that on... Now, I was just gonna say, on hero's side of the map, it does seem like his defenses are slightly lacking for the time being.
Yeah, he does have a shield battery. He's getting a second pylon. He is getting some sentries. Honestly, force fields are going to be amazing. Because again, there's no way for this to really break through force fields, as herO does barely miss the army. It is kind of sneaking past all the forces of herO, actually. Oh.
It's a little bit interesting to witness, to say the least.
Yeah, he's snaking his way around. herO is getting ready to expand and take a third base. He is not ready for this. Like, his army is just not in position at home.
Not at all, really. But at least the pylon will provide a little bit of a spotter here for herO.
Yeah.
I like this from herO, not neglecting defenses either.
Oh my god, here we go. Cure has finally been spotted. Hero's like, yo, where are all your Marines? You had so many more. And there we go. They finally reveal themselves. Hero forced to cancel his pylon. And does he have enough at home to defend? He does have sentries.
Yeah, I guess this will really come down to how quickly Hero's going to be able to utilize those sentries. Okay. Got him in the end. Battery overcharge really helping out to keep them alive as well. An adequate defense, I will say, but herO, or Cure rather, still has opportunity to take out probes if you can target fire them. Not too many.
3 probes and 3 sentries. Could have been better. Did delay the third base as well. But Cure has to be careful not to overextend. He was rallying across the map, and now he's going to lose his reinforcements.
Or will he? Oh, once the rest of his talking speed up, yeah. He's gonna.
Oh, yes, a second Marauder gets taken out as well. I mean, with these Marauders, it's going to make it that much more difficult for herO to really push on through. But with his Blink Stalker micro, he doesn't lose a single one of his Stalkers.
Nicely done. Transitioning away from the pure gateway style as well, we see a couple of disruptors being produced from the side of herO. A little bit trickier to pull off against SimDeBio, but you know, if you can get a juicy connection, you've basically won the game.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And mate, herO is going to go for those drops. He's going to be looking for those connections. Warp Prison speed is on the way. So herO, once again, turning on that aggression. It's going to be on Cure to make sure he's attentive. He's able to split, avoid those Purification Novas. Oh, he's blinking into the main. Oh, he was thinking about it.
He wants to. But he had very nice snipes from herO. He'll pick up 2 medevacs just like that.
And medevac went down. Meanwhile, we have that disruptor drop. The Warp Prison speed. It just finished up. Uh-oh. Cure, is he paying attention?
He was actually kind of.
Kind of.
Still loses 4 SCVs, but could have been way worse.
It could have been worse. He did pull the majority of his workers away from that Nova, and now it's time to move out. What do we have? We have 2 tanks, we have 2 Vikings, a decent amount of Marauders. Concussive Shell is done.
A couple of disruptors as well. When I almost said medevac, Warp Prism, another one on the ground.
Oh, herO is looking for an avenue to try and flank this army, but the Vikings are doing a really great job at zoning away this Warp Prism. Oh, he jukes!
But doesn't quite jive.
And in the end, he does go back to the safety of his army. What he's doing, though, he's buying a lot of time. He forces siege here in the middle of the map for Cure.
Yeah, very awkward position to siege. Just a couple of charge finishes up. Those tanks really won't be long for this world.
And herO, he just rotates around and he actually gets into the natural base, or in between the bases of Cure.
Yeah, so I think in that bunker, he forces the bio to pull back, as herO himself is pulling back as well, just trying to make sure he can saturate his 3 bases as quickly as possible.
Oh, the misrally. That was pretty close.
Yeah, it really was.
Alright, herO will back off just in time. So far, both armies just posturing here in the middle of the map. As all this has been happening, mate, we have Colossus, extended thermal lances on the way as well. We have diversified our splash damage.
They all are kind of weak to Vikings, so funnily enough. Well, as long as the disruptors are Warp Prism, I suppose, and it's a pretty big caveat.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Purification Novas land on a tank. Cure has really been able to split his army very, very effectively. There's another Colossus in the back, but it's not in the fight. Cure has traded very efficiently.
Yeah. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse for Cure, but like for the most part, he's been able to avoid those Novas when it comes to his bio at least. So he's been trading fairly well, and herO is forced to back off. No major losses from either end, but again, like so far, just the way that Cure has been able to handle these disruptors has been very impressive.
They really have, but I will say this for Cure as well. He has been stuck on 3 bases for a very, very long time. herO, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that he can't quite break Cure yet, but he can still contain him, and he just secures the 4th base like that.
Yeah, 4th is on the way. Cure is stuck turtling up at home, his own 4th, not on location, quite late compared to his opponents. But he hasn't stopped teching up, right? We have Ghosts on the way. More importantly, we have 2 Liberators being produced at a time. Liberators are exactly what you want here when you're up against Ground Toss here. And herO doesn't really have a real answer to that. Not yet.
Yeah, Stalkers are decent, but once these Liberators get their range upgrade, then he really needs a bit of a different unit, target unit of some kind.
Of some kind, mate. Oracles, let's go.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. But at the moment, we only have 2 Liberators, as you were pointing out. We still don't have a Fusion Core. We still don't have Lib Range. We don't have additional Starports to go into Mass Liberators, so Cure isn't there yet. He's slowly working on that Lib count, but again, it's a slow process.
Yeah. Slow and a little bit short in this particular scenario. We do have a lot of ghosts coming down. herO securing a 5th base before even saturating the 4th. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, he hasn't taken the gases at the 4th base, but he just expands anyway, just going for this mass expand style. Very Haas-esque in a way, and now he's actually applying pressure here at the 4th base. The Planetary isn't done. The Novas are going off.
Oh, that was a pretty juicy Nova, if I do say so myself, but the EMPs are landing left and right. Cure definitely with the army supply advantage. The Planetary not done yet, funnily enough, but Cure still able to force the issue.
Yeah, Cure barely holds on. I'm a little bit worried though, because something just happened, and that is Cure lost almost every single one of his ghosts. He has 1 ghost left, so a lot of high-tech units went down in that fight. What did he get for it? He got a disruptor, didn't get any of the Colossus.
Yeah, massively unfortunate there. Vikings trying to get something done, but not quite able to. Disruptor finally gets taken out, but there is another one being created to replace it at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. We do see herO just face rolling forward. He's trying to take out these Liberators. Looks like he will. The Zealots do get on top of one of the tanks as well. Oh!
I'm not sure if this is the play to move up the ramp like that, and herO isn't too confident about that either. He finally does lose 1 Colossus, but he shapes off. I mean, he shapes off a lot of the army, but a lot of that was just bio and Liberators, right?
Yeah, he almost reset the tank count, but as you said, pushing up a ramp is never what you want to be doing. That was a questionable move there by herO. Another key moment happened was that the Vikings actually sniped the War Prism while the Disruptor was in the War Prism as well. So herO losing a lot of key robo units there, and he just hasn't been able to reach critical mass when it comes to his splash damage yet.
Well, Cure's definitely not open to a counterattack just yet, but this gives him plenty of time to set up the 4th base, get more defenses, and get the tech as well. I still see a Fusion Core, which is, I guess, shouldn't be too surprising anymore. He is focusing much more on the bio play.
Yeah, I mean, he has to replenish all the ghosts that he lost, right? So it's going to take a little bit before he can feel the freedom to tech up in a bit of a different direction. What's a little bit scary is that he did lose all his Liberators, and he hasn't replenished any of them. But because we have mainly Colossus, he is just making nothing but Vikings. Oh!
Yeah, he does need to be very careful, though. He doesn't want to get them on top of the Archons. Less his splash damage really put in the work, and herO surprisingly winning this fight.
Yeah, I thought maybe with the sheer amount of Vikings, Cure would be able to take out the Colossus, but not a single one died because, mate, those Archons and the Stalkers put in a lot of work, mate. They've reset that Viking count, nothing really left in the air. Viking count is kind of being rebuilt here, but herO came out definitely on top in that engagement.
Yeah, for I think the first time in all of the engagements so far in this game, and a nice purification of a dodge, but will it matter too much in the end? We're about to find out.
Yeah, it looks like he will catch some of these disruptors. Honestly, pretty big pickups. Oh my god, no, the rally! A third disruptor goes down as well. But what about the main engagement? The Colossus still staying alive. We do have a bit of an EMP. It looks like Cure will be able to hold on, but another disruptor. Stop, Bobby, stop!
Coming in from the back. You gotta have pickup! Or not. This is starting to get pretty dang scrappy, if I do say so myself, like.
Yeah, herO, he's trying to force the issue. He's trying to break the back of Cure right now, and it looks like he just barely will. GG gets called.
Another very chaotic game, number 1 here. Humble Leningrad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, herO, he just kept taking these, honestly, pretty inefficient fights, but he could afford to because he had that economy behind him. He got the 4th base faster. He had a 5th up and running as well. Like, it was insane the way that he was able to expand and afford to just keep warping in waves and waves of gateway army, gateway units, and push himself up that ramp and eventually just out-trade his opponent.
Yeah. Once again, I'm hyper-focusing back on what you said earlier, where herO's playing almost Haas-esque, and yeah, I do kind of think that's what it came down to towards the end there. It was definitely a little bit questioned. I was definitely having my doubts here on herO. I was thinking, you know, Cure has a pretty massive army. He's got a lot of Liberators, he's got a lot of Bio. I'm not sure if getting to 5th base as quickly is what you want to do, herO, but Cure never pressed the issue at all. He never, you know, he never felt safe enough, right, to move up on the map and to deny those bases. So in the end, herO could afford to take 1 or 2 trades that were a little bit more inefficient, and yeah, towards the end there, they weren't inefficient anymore for herO.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I guess we've noticed so far in each of these series, each of these games, even though they're different matchups, herO is just constantly the aggressor, and very rarely is he the one on the back foot defending at home.
That's a herO I know and love, like.
That's true.
When herO first came back, and it was like, what if I play, like, you know, a little bit more... What if I mellow out a little, you know? What if I just focus on macroing and teching up back home? And it's like, we're gonna nerf that style. We're like, alright, bets are off. Anyway, we are going to be continuing our series now into Hardwire LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We, of course, have a blue Protoss player coming down from the land of Korea. We, of course, have the player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. We have the aggressor, herO.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the South Korean Terran player. His teammate also representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. It is Cure. Oh boy.
So the 3 racks did not work out for Cure in the end.
It never works out for Cure, man. It never works out.
See, I feel like also specifically only because we're watching it live. I feel like every time I watch a VOD of Cure and he goes for 3 racks, it works. Every time I watch any other player do 3 racks live, it also works. When I'm watching Cure do 3 racks live, it never works for him.
And maybe there's like an unspoken like duckling curse affecting Cure right now. And maybe he has to take that into account when he considers going for 3 axes, regardless of the matchup. So, yeah, I mean, so far, Cure is opening up a little bit differently. This time, he does go for the Reaper first, not going for any fast reactor or anything like that. And it makes sense, right? We were talking about it before. Hey, if you're going to have 3 racks on any map, Berlingrad is the map to do it on.
Yeah, with all that, with that very short rush distance, you can even shorten that rush distance if you want. Heartwire, not the longest map in the pool, but still a very long buffer distance to get across the map.
Oh, exactly, and we have a very different opener here from Cure. Still 3 Raxes, but instead of prioritizing that concussive shell.
Interesting.
Yeah, so very...
Yeah, not really something I'm used to seeing. If the 3 racks is built back at home, usually I feel like if you go for a concussive shell first, it's at least 2 of the racks are proxied, right?
Yeah, there is a proxy version of this build. Famously, Piglet did it against Probe in Names of Champs.
I remember that, yeah.
I'm always going to remember that on 2K Atmospheres. But here we go. The first 2 Marauders are going across the map. The goal here is they can pick off Stalkers, they can pick up a Pylon. They can, these 2 Marauders, they can do a surprising amount of damage. And so far, they have gone unscattered. herO didn't have anything across the map to see any units coming out.
Yeah, aside from that probe in the start of the game, he really hasn't been too concerned about what Cure is doing. He's now sending the Oracle across the map, and this is what I like about the Marauders in TVP. There's basically no gateway unit that can directly counter Marauders.
Yeah. So it did end up forcing the Stargate unit to turn around and come back. Oracle was forced to waste its energy here on those Marauders. And you could argue maybe like it kind of paid for itself, except we have multiple Oracles. We have a second and a third.
Like this from herO. So doing this a lot more in the past week or so, I noticed. Triple Oracle builds.
Why not, man? Why not? It's a great way to get map control. It's a great way to safely expand and take your third base. And we can see, okay, no big commitment into Skytoss, no Phoenixes or anything like that. Instead, straight back into a Twilight Council.
Like so.
Oh my god.
It does get the shade in and gets a very nice scout, but interestingly enough, does not commit to the shade. I mean, he got what he needed out of that depth, really.
Yeah, he confirmed that it was a factory follow-up. He also confirms that there is no third CC on the high ground. So no, there's no economic focus here for Cure, as the triple Oracle is looking to dive on in. Has to be careful. Stim is done.
Yeah, Sim is done. NG bays have been built as well. So despite having 3 Oracles, one wrong move, one false position is really going to cost herO a lot this game.
Really will, so he has to be very careful here with how he controls his Skytoss units. Meanwhile, back at home, he's actually not going into Blink. I assumed he would, especially because he did end up taking his gases, but no, he's going for Charge instead.
Huh. Against Bio?
Ah.
Alright, that's an interesting choice here from the side of herO, but we'll see if it works out. If you're getting charged this early, I have to imagine that he's also going to get a Templar Archives pretty quick, right?
I would assume so as well. Like, typically we see Charge.Archon as the go-to composition if you're going for charge like this. I also appreciate that he's approaching this almost like a ZVT. We have +1 armor here on the way, and that will help these Zealots survive long enough to actually get their swipes off and connect with the army. We'll see if it's going to be enough, because Curious pushing out across the map. Once again, no Medivacs, but a lot of bio.
Yeah, that's a lot of force fields, though.
Yeah.
Good enough use of them to split up the army will completely shut down the bio, but we'll see if he gets it, and he does! Look at all these charge lots, man.
The charge is revealed. Just like that, herO, he cuts up the army in half, deals with half of it, and forces the rest to stim and run away. herO, he is taking chase, by the way. He is not turning around. He wants to either catch this army or maybe even hit the natural, and Cure knows that. He's walling off.
Yeah, really no easy answer to all of these Zealots, but thankfully, since they are melee... The wall! It's not a wall!
It's not a wall, but we have plenty of reinforcements, so herO is forced back. The mistake of Cure was okay. I mean, maybe it was intentional, maybe it was forcing a choke point here, as herO does turn around, and he actually has found that army.
And it's sandwich that army immediately. Garen doesn't have recall, unfortunately, and we're no Medivacs to support this.
Yeah. That's a lot of losses here. So even though herO didn't find his way into the natural base, he still got a lot of value here. You can see the units lost tab. Jesus Christ, a lot of bio army taken out. And Cure now going for a triple drop.
Just about what Cure does best, IMO, at least in TVP.
Yeah, if this was
Really
against Classic, he'd be starting a base trade right now.
Yeah.
Oh my.
was not to be. Wow, that might got taken out before it could get a shot off.
I'm in shock as well. I thought 100% that mine was going to get a shot off. That's crazy. And just like that, herO, he deflects the push, forces it all the way back. Cure does eventually get his third up and running. It's herO now on location, but herO, he's got his fourth on the way. herO just always on top of expanding, always kind of one base ahead.
Yeah, getting a lot of deja vu from that previous game that we had here.
We'll see if Cure can make the adjustments necessary. He does have a Widowmine here, but oh, herO, he doesn't go for it. He is looking to go into the mineral line instead.
Oh! Almost. Saw the line and immediately moved away. No NG, no missile turret, I should say, here in the mineral line in the third base.
Yeah, despite having that NG bay, Cure was being a little bit greedy. He avoided the missile turret at the third base, so workers are going down. Add-on's getting picked off as well. Oh, more than just one.
That's actually a lot. A pretty massive blind spot here for Cure, and he has had enough. Scored across the map.
Three oracles kill three reactors. That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh my god, and Cure's in the middle of the map doing nothing right now. He is completely preoccupied by the harass in his natural base. Eventually he'll clean this up, but workers are falling left and right. Meanwhile, we see a massive doom drop head towards the main base.
Man, we thought Classic was a player who gets bloodlusted. We did not realize how bloodlusted Cure could get, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. He's putting all his eggs in this one basket here. He does unload everything here into the main base. He was not intercepted. Now herO, he has to walk all the way back into the main.
I really have to question this decision here now. Does he have Blink? Yeah, herO has Blink, so he can chase down these medevacs. The thermal ants of the Colossus are really putting in a ton of work. This is an army donation, really, from this side of Cure. He was able to take out a decent number of the workers, but I feel like it's a bit of a moot point now.
I mean, herO is still ahead in workers. We have an overcharge here to keep this fourth base alive. Yo, he does go into the middle line. He will be able to take out that shield battery in the end, but the army's here. Up. They're friendly fire. Oh my god.
No friendly fire, and yeah, that blink forward to take out that medevac was really, really something. Widowmine connects, but not with much.
Hey, you're on some hard copium right now, mate. Oh my god. Like, let's go. Another Widowmine here in the main base. 2 more probes go down.
Oh!
But
it's gonna reset. There's no cannon.
There's no cannon. Another Widowmine shot's gonna go off as well. A little bit of friendly fire on that medevac, but made herO, he's A-moving everything he has across the map. What does Cure have left to defend? Almost nothing.
And Widowmines, they're gonna reset. No, they're not gonna reset.
I mean, there's no section. Don't get me wrong. Yo, catches the disruptor.
Oh, I'm keeping my eyes on this one Widowmine that's about to reset very, very soon.
No.
It doesn't even go off. GG. herO takes game number 2 and finds himself on match point. All of a sudden. Match point!
Wow. GG, well played. Cure, who did take down Classic to get here into the finals, is having a much harder time here against herO. Keeps going for this like mass biostyles, keeps going for these 3 Raxes, and they're just not working for it. Oh.
Intent, Cure.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that said, I also think that, herO is on a special form today. I feel like this is some of the best, some of the tightest that we're seeing herO play in quite a while. It's just something about this hyper aggression coming out from him, where he takes map control very, very early on and never lets go of it. At all. At all.
Yeah, he is relentless, mate. And at a certain point, you poke the bear. You did force Cure to go for the massive doom drop, but we saw that it didn't really do too much in the end, right? Like, I was impressed that he was able to get across the map unscouted, unhindered. He is able to drop his entire load into the main base, and Cure, he was just ready with a mop and bucket, you know? He just cleaned it up.
Yeah. Had the water. Anyway, we are now going to be continuing and potentially concluding. It's been 2.5 hours of the broadcast today so far, Light. I want to point that out to everybody else. We're already potentially at the end here of our grand finals. 2,000 atmospheres is the map that we're going to be having this on, and in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, running all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we got a blue Protoss player coming out from the land of Korea. He, of course, is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming GPG. We have herO.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres LE, we have the South Korean Terran player himself, also representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG. Looking to fight his way back here in the grand finals. There's no way this madman gets 3-0'd, right? It's a long road ahead of him, but he has to win every single game from here on out if he wants to be this week's champion. It is Cure.
And herO, he's very, yep. So far, it does appear that herO is a little bit concerned about, Cure going for a proxy. He's been known to do this when he's down, but now that he sees that there's no threat whatsoever, he is pulling a bit of an Uno reverse card.
Yeah, I mean, herO, mate, he's up 2-0. It's time to have some fun. It's time to just to spread your wings and fly, as we do have a pylon here out in the middle of the map. Cybercore is about to finish up at home. With this SCV scout, Cure should recognize, hold on, there should be a second pylon relatively soon here in the main base. Maybe something is a little bit amiss. And it is, in fact, a proxy Stargate.
When you said it's time to spread your wings and fly, that was subliminal messaging.
True.
It's a hint for our more astute viewers.
Yeah, I wanted him to take to the skies. We can see that it's not like a big all-in or anything. It's just for an Oracle to zoom in and deal a lot of damage to an unsuspecting Terran player. And we'll see how our Terran responds, as he is getting a bunker here on the low ground to help protect this CC. And hey, he'll be able to keep it alive.
Yeah, you never know if it's a proxy gateway or a proxy Stargate. The Reaper is not quite en route.
Just go to the tower, puppy. Just go to the tower. He goes to it.
He goes, and he sees it. How does he prepare back home? Well, he's getting Widow Mines. He's rallying Marines.
He is rallying as many Marines as possible. I mean, again, at least he was able to see this coming. Doesn't matter, though, because herO, it's not like, again, he was all in or anything. He is getting a natural base behind this. He is macroing up as well. It's not the biggest of deals if this Oracle doesn't deal damage. Oh my god, he's getting a second one behind this as well.
So really, herO didn't need to proxy this.
He really didn't. It just hits a little bit faster. It hits before the second Widow Mine comes out. The first one is in the middle of the mineral line.
Yeah, so you definitely need to be a little bit careful here. He even takes quite a number of shots from those Marines, so Oracle not in the best of health. But now there's a second.
Yeah, he's really putting the multitasking of Cure to the test here, as the Adepts do finish the shade. Oh, they do get taken out by a Widow Mine.
And here we're deciding that the mine was actually a priority target than these SCVs, which is interesting. Mine will get taken out. And there is still one in the middle of the mineral line here. There is friendly fire, but it's not enough to take them. Wow! That was genius here from herO. I was gonna say, I mean, the friendly fire isn't gonna be enough to kill the Widow Mine. Well, he doesn't need the mines to kill the SCVs. This is basically the reverse. This is vengeance, is what it is. This is justice for every Protoss player who has ever been mind dropped by a Terra player.
Oh my god, it's insane! And literally every single weekend SCV gets cleaned up. The Adept does finish the job here in the main base of Cure. 14 SCVs just went down, and now Cure, like always, he's had enough. He's sending everything across the map. He has his Marines, only a single Widow Mine, because two of them got taken out earlier.
This is game-ending damage.
It is.
This is, yeah. Yeah, it's even with mules. I mean, there is still a path to victory here for Cure, but it involves really turtling up and playing greedy and playing very turtly.
TT, mate, TT. Cure is crying right now. He's so sad. That is the emoji, the letter emoji. A song was made of it back in the day as well. I say back in the day. It's a new song in my mind. But Cure...
back in the day in 2008.
Yeah, like... like 2016 or something like that. But mate, look at that worker count. Oh my god.
Oh, it happened again. Yeah. This is the double-edged sword of putting the Widow Mine in the middle of your mineral line. You actually see a lot of Terran players, they don't put it directly there. They put it like around the gas geyser. There's a little bit of a buffer from friendly fire. But Cure, he's just rattled. He's shooketh after how his series has went.
Man, I'm shook. I'm not even playing. I'm shook. The Oracle is coming back in, by the way. If there is a Widow Mine here, he can just deal more friendly fire. Oh, it's right there, by the way.
It is right there. Oh. Okay, herO wanting to be a little bit careful. There's a Viking in position.
Yeah, the Viking will be able to force all this back. This is the 4th Oracle, by the way. As it does come back home, and now we have to actually pay attention to what herO has been doing, because now he's up on 3 bases. Cure hasn't even started his 3rd, by the way. There it is, finally, because he's so behind economically. Oh my god.
Human has to build it on location. He's moving out with his units. Doesn't even have a medevac ready just yet. Stim might be able to finish up by the time he hits, but
mate, that's some copium right there, mate. It is not lined up at all. We need some chrono boost on this goddamn Stim, mate. We need it ASAP. At least the Marines are able to deny this Stargate, so nothing else will be built here. Meanwhile, the Oracle dips in once again. Thankfully, there are a handful of Marines here to force this back.
Still wants a friendly fire, I can tell. herO still wants to get that friendly fire. Mass Blink Stalkers coming up here. Stim, yep, you're right. It wasn't finished just yet. GG immediately called. And herO will take a clean sweep. 3-0 in these grand finales. Absolutely dominant. Absolutely dominant throughout this entire bracket. I don't believe he dropped a single map except to Sue this entire time. Okay, he dropped a map to Coffee as well.
He did.
But
he did.
Other than that, man, oh man, that was beautiful from herO.
It was absolutely insane, and I am still in awe by what we just saw. Congratulations, GG, well played. herO does take the series 3-0 again in a very dominant fashion. That did not look close. He was having fun with Cure in game 3. You could tell. You could tell. He was smiling so hard the entire time. He was just having a good time, mate. That was crazy.
I was smiling the entire time there, yeah. I just like seeing Widow Mines get worker kills. I don't care if it's friendly fire or not, man, but that was pretty goddamn genius from herO. And again, not something that I think any other Protoss player in the spur of the moment would have realized, hey, wait a minute, your Widow Mine is pretty dang close to your SCVs. What if I got some friendly fire dealt, and I know it's not enough to really kill the SCVs, but it's enough to get them down low enough to one-shot them.
Yeah.
I hope this revolutionizes the meta here, the PvT meta. Probably not, because I think most Terra players are going to keep their Widow Mines in a safe location, but man, oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh man.
Oh man.
Ah man.
What a spectacle that we had today, and I'm also a little bit thankful because all things considered, it did end pretty quickly. You know, in the end, it was less than 3 hours, sub 3 hours. And that means that
2 hours, 40 minutes. It's way shorter than our usual ones.
Yeah, and it means that we do not have to cut the broadcast short this time.
Yeah, we were worried about that yesterday.
Yeah, I was legitimately concerned that we wouldn't be able to cast the finals. If you're wondering what we're talking about, we have another cast starting in 20 minutes, in 18 minutes actually, and that is ANZ Champs Qualifier Day 2. We casted Day 1 yesterday, and honestly, I highly recommend tuning into the VODs. It was a lot of fun. It's just some solid Australian StarCraft, and we got to see our boys, the Ducklings, really flourish and take flight, just like herO and Excel. And we confirmed all of the players that were making it into Code S, as well as the players making it into Code A, but today we still have some seeding matches.
Indeed, we do. So, yeah, we know everybody who's going into Code S and Code A, but the seeding is still pretty important here, so that's what we have remaining. Are they best of 5s or best of 3s? I just realized.
I'm pretty sure they're best of 3s. It's only the qualifying matches were best of 5s, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I guess that does make a little bit of sense. So yeah, we will be back pretty soon, about 15 minutes from now, and we will be jumping into that. Mm-hmm. I do want to request a quick little break here. It's all good. I have some crackers. I need to fill.
That's fair. That is completely fair. I also did see, don't think I didn't notice, ARJ Skater did redeem a replay cast. And usually we would do the replay cast now, but we have 17 minutes to get ready. Yaku has to eat some food. I have to get all the overlays ready. We will cast a replay.
ANZ Champs, yeah.
Yeah, we will most likely cast it after ANZ Champs.
You're just gonna have to stay up a little later. Alright, AJ Skater.
AJ's
just a little bit.
Just stay up, forehead. Just stay up. That's all you gotta
do. It's a mod 6.
Oh god. As for some reason we're talking about the DC universe in the chat. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Apparently the Batman is pretty good. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either. I'll probably wait until it's on streaming. But yeah, shout out to not just AJ Skater for sure. Sounder was here earlier. I could see Meadle in the chat as well. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the tournament here. It was honestly, again, very dominant showing by herO, and there's a reason why a lot of people consider herO to be the best Protoss player in the world right now. If you're a Protoss, he's the one to be looking up to at the moment, and we all saw there's a reason for that.
Indeed, we did. The math doesn't lie. I think there was actually another statistic a couple of days ago. herO not only remained the best Protoss player in the world, he also snuck his way into the top 4. Mm-hmm. Players in general.
Oh yeah.
We're looking forward to a lot more herO.
Mm-hmm. He's just that damn good. Oh. But with that, thank you so much everyone for watching. I'm going to kind of rush this a little bit, but if you want to tune into more of the CranKy Ducklings, check the VODs out on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord. Our Discord server is there if you want to interact with us, if you want to post your replays for us to cast. And again, I do apologize, but we do not have time to cast that replay at the moment.
Yeah, we will do it today, just not right now. Also, a little bit of tip here for anybody redeeming replays. I guess it's not so much of a tip as much as it is something that I would ask. Please rename them. Please rename them something like a replay for the CranKy Ducklings to cast number so-and-so. Or something like that, so that, we don't have to, whatchamacallit, replace a replay that we already have named that.
I would appreciate that as well. I would appreciate that. Oh god, as I can see, a couple of people are asking where is the bracket for ANZ Champs, and we do have the Liquipedia page. I'll just post it in the chat at the moment. Again, we already played out the majority of the bracket, and we already have confirmed who is making it to Code S and Code A. It's just for seeding purposes here, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 matches remaining.
4?
Yes, because all matches are going to be played. Yeah.
No, even then, it's only 3, though, right? Oh wait, because the Grande Finale. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh boy. So yes, Peppy and Oreo and Starduck and Azure, both of those matches will start at the same time. They will not be held, and I think it makes sense for us to cast the upper bracket final. Right, Yaku?
Yeah. That's how it usually goes, and Basically every tournament.
Fair enough.
I
Fair
guess we do have a little bit of leeway here to see, you know, if the lower
enough.
bracket is juicy enough, but it's Starduck versus Azure. Uh, no offense to either of those players, but it's yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
no Oreo versus Peppy. That's all I'll say.
Exactly. We'll be able to catch the winner of that series later on. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. The tournament will start in 13 minutes. So yes, take that time to stretch your roaches, hydrate your hydras, get some water, and we are going to set up our overlays and get our players ready for our next tournament.
Oh, no grand final, apparently.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So only 3 matches. We'll see you then.
Yep. See ya. Soon.